Italian kids mac and cheese, garbanzo beans and pasta with bitter mustard greens and roasted lemon chicken. We're not even going to use a knife. We're going to use a good set of kitchen shears. Starting with the ass, we're going to find the spine. Cutting on either side of it. That's going into your stock pot for later. The bottom half is separated. Now the top half. Next, remove the dark meat from the white. Giving us 2 big pieces. Splitting the breasts will give us 4 pieces of white meat. And if you locate that line of fat on the inside of your chicken leg and cut along it, you can separate your thigh from your leg. That gives us 4 pieces of chicken per side. Same thing on the other side. Remove the breast from the leg, snip it in half, so everybody gets a piece of white meat, and cut along the line of fat, removing the leg from the thigh. We got our chicken, but we need to make a brine. 3 tablespoons of salt to every liter of water. A tiny bit of brown sugar will aid in browning later. Couple cloves of garlic and a couple bay leaves for flavor. And a nice sprig of rosemary, crushed. If you want that roast chicken to be juicy, you gotta brine it the night before. Dried garbanzo beans, otherwise known as chickpeas. For best results, soaked in cold water 8 to 12 hours in advance. A little prep the night before will be a big payoff in this dish tomorrow. Salt pork, or as I like to call it, cheap American pancetta. Like pancetta, it's salt cured and doesn't have the smokiness of American bacon. Salty cured American pork. Without those import prices. Cubed into bite-sized pieces. Salt pork can give you a lot of flavor, but it's salty. Soaking it will remove most of that salt. The fat cap and skin we're adding to our stock pot cold. Then turn on the pan. We want to render some of that fat. The perfect place for infusing garlic, rosemary, and pepperoncino. That already smells amazing. Add your onions. We got to let these marry a minute. Add your soaked, rinsed chickpeas, a couple of bay leaves, and cover with cold water. Chickpeas aren't like regular beans. We actually want to add the salt up front. It's going to help them break down. An hour and a half, and those chickpeas are soft. You're done with that salt pork here, but it's still got tons of flavor. Anything you don't want blended smooth is coming out, including the bay leaves, pepperoncino, and rosemary stem. This is my favorite pan because it's heavy and has high sides. Perfect for roasting chicken on a bed of onions. Nestle in some whole cloves of garlic and a bed of thick slices of lemon. Don't just throw that chicken on there. Dry it off first. I love this pan. It's got plenty of room. Everybody's skin side up. A touch more salt and olive oil will make that skin perfect. I like roasting chicken at 375. If you're looking for a couple chickpeas for garnish later, now's your time. Because this pot is getting smooth. A stick blender makes that job super simple. Bit of mustard greens. If you can't get these, broccoli rabe. Wood removed. And cut into manageable pieces. The salt pork you're going to eat, rinsed and drained a couple times. Guanciale is made from pork belly. So you want to sear it. Treat it like bacon. Because that's what it is. Bacon. You may want to remove some of that fat. I mean, keep it all if you want to. No judgment. That's all I need for my garlic. The perfect environment for those mustard greens. We're looking for wilted, garlicky, bitter greens. Set those aside, because it's time to drop your pasta. Italian kids like ditalini, americani, shells. That's getting the most out of your salt pork. To an Italian kid, that's way better than mac and cheese. Just before you serve, those greens need one more thing. A squeeze of fresh lemon. Lemon juice always wakes up mustard greens. I know. Simple roast chicken, right? Wrong. Chicken and lemons out. Doesn't look like much, right? The heat from that sauce is enough to cook that egg yolk. And that egg yolk is going to emulsify the sauce, changing that sauce completely. That's more like a warm lemon vinaigrette. Italian kids mac and cheese.
It totally looks like mac and cheese.
With mustard greens. And a piece of chicken. And some of that lemon sauce.
Especially with that lemon f***ing sauce on there. That lemon vinaigrette's not even cream sauce.
Couple of chickpeas for garnish maybe. Garlic chips. Whenever possible, add garlic chips. I'm not on a no cheese kick. If you are, I'm sorry. A sprig of rosemary, and we're done.
The shells and chickpeas are oddly like mac and cheese. This is comfort food at its finest. This is healthy comfort food. Goes so good together.
My childhood.
Oh, that chicken is so moist. It's bursting with flavor and juices. That ain't some dry chicken.
So moist.
What kid wouldn't love this? I can see why Italian grandmas snuck this into their kids' food.
Perfect.
Such great contrast with the greens. Good for you comfort food.